Hello, everybody, and welcome into Real Sports Live for this Game 2 matchup between the Bishop Badgers and the Banquete Bulldogs here in this Class 3A regional quarterfinal matchup. My name is Frank Cardenas, and on behalf of Real Sports Live, I appreciate everybody for tuning into this matchup if you are, and if you're just finding out that we have gone live, go ahead and hit that share button, hit that retweet button if you're on Twitter. Do whatever you can to make sure you let everybody know where you were watching and how you were watching this matchup here on Real Sports Live. I appreciate, again, everybody for tuning in, and we hope you are ready for a show. This is Game 2 in the best-of-3 series between the two teams, as Bishop was unable to come back in a contest where they were only down by one run and lost by only one run there in the final inning. The Badgers going down 2-3 as the Bulldogs bring a game 1 victory into this one. That victory, thanks in part to Mason Vasquez. Vasquez had the bases loaded for him as he swung on a high fastball that ended up at the outfield wall. After it bounced off the wall, all three runners around the bases got across the plate, and he had a standing double as he celebrated from the top of that second base. However, the Badgers did make a kind of a comeback, but I'll get back to that after the playing of the national anthem. The abrupt playing of the national anthem, but glad we were able to get that one out there. And again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Real Sports Live, as it looks like the Badgers will be taking the field first to start things off here. They will be the home team for this Game 2. Again, if they manage to pull this one out in Game 3, 30 minutes after this matchup, Banquete will be the home team, as both squads head out to do their thing. And of course, you got the good little freestyle music there in the background. It's always a fun bit. Now again, as I was mentioning earlier, the Badgers trying their best to come back after going down 3-0 in the beginning of yesterday's game. Or I'm sorry, Thursday's game. Get my days a little mixed up here, but after Thursday's game, and they were unable to come back in that one. Of course, in the fourth and the sixth inning, they managed to put a runner across. They had a chance to score another. However, Noah Jasso stopped running when rounding the bases, had an opportunity to head over to third and give the Badgers a better chance of getting a run across before getting all three outs, but instead, the Bulldogs were able to pull out the win thanks in part to Mark Lopez and his pitching performance, as he got the win in that one. He was able to do a lot of work for them. Besides that, we head here to game 2. So let's get rid of that pregame graphic. Let's set you up with what's going to happen here. And it's play ball. So let's watch as these guys set up on the field. Now, the lineups for both squads. For Banquete, leading off will be Josh Moreno. Moreno collecting 2 errors in that previous matchup on Thursday, which allowed for some of the Badgers to get on the field and around the bases. Aaron Swedish will be after Moreno. Aaron Flores after him. Nate Herrera batting 4th. Mason Vasquez in the 5th spot. Mark Lopez Jr. in the 6th spot. Zach Trevino in the 7th. Forrest Rumfield in the 8th. That's the catcher for the Bulldogs, as that first pitch was a strike. Kovi Cantu in the 9th spot. And so again, second pitch on the way. That one a little high for ball 1. And for the Badgers on the mound, we have Ruben Rendon. Usually plays third base when there's other pitchers on the mound, but he's got the ball in his hands as he throws a second strike. Brings the count to 1-2. That one low and outside. Ball 2 brings the count to 2-2 here for Moreno. Rendon sending off the 2-2. Swing and a miss as it goes down in the dirt. He's going to make the play to first. It's in time for out number 1. So the throw out at first, a K for Rendon, and we move on to Aaron Swedish. Swedish, the right fielder for the Bulldogs. As he settles into the box there, Rendon sending off the pitch. That one in there for a ball, actually. Next pitch on the way. That one right down the pipe. Strike 1. And so 1-1 the count now for Swedish. Next pitch on the way. That one just a bit outside for ball 2. Swedish drawing a walk in 3 plate appearances. In game 1, as that pitch is low for ball 3. So Swedish needing trying to get a hit here to be his first of the series. So we'll see what he can do. The 3-1 from Rendon. In there, strike 2. So the count now 3-2. A full count for Swedish. And Rendon looking a little composed on that mound there. Having a lot of control. Ball hit right back up toward Rendon as it goes into the outfield for the base hit. And so Swedish heads over to first, and he'll stay put over there as Aaron Flores is up to bat here. Flores scoring a run and was one of the guys on that bases loaded double that was hit by Mason Vasquez. So he would score the run after drawing a walk on pitcher Brian Buchanan of game 1. So the 0-1 on the way from Rendon. That one's a breaking ball just outside for ball one. So a 1-1 count with one down and a runner on first. 4 of a kind on the board. Ones all around. And the pitch from Rendon. A swing and a high fly ball as it goes over to left field. It's going to be shallow left field, but it's going to be collected by Hernandez. So Hernandez makes the catch for out number 2. Marcos Hernandez pitching in relief in game 1. And in that matchup, he allowed only 1 hit and had 2 strikeouts in 1 2/3 innings. So with 2 down, Swedish is at first, and out comes Nate Herrera. They're going to check the runner over at first. As Rendon gets back up on the bump. First pitch up high, ball 1. They're going to go ahead and check Swedish over there at first. But Swedish continuing to take a few extra steps on his lead here. The pitch from Rendon is up high once again, ball 2. Herrera drew a walk in 3 plate appearances, and that in game 1, as that pitch is outside for ball 3. And he's getting close to drawing another. It looks like Aiden Steele will go up to Rendon, and they're going to talk this one out. It's good to be on the same page, and looks like Steele's trying to make sure Rendon is in a good headspace here, and they're in agreement on how they're going to play this one. The count 3-0 with 2 down, and Swedish over at first. The runner. Rendon on the 3-0. That one just inside. Strike 1. Had an argument to be made that it was a little high, but it was a good called strike. That one in there for strike 2, and a breaking ball that got right on the bottom inside corner. So a full count now after Steele went ahead and checked on Rendon. A 3-2. Swedish is going. That one's going to be outside, so they're going to go ahead and walk around the bases. And now with 2 runners on, Mason Vasquez, who had the 3 RBIs in that previous game, is up at the plate with 2 runners on. And a dangerous spot from a dangerous hitter here. Rendon, swing and a miss, strike 1. Vasquez not wasting any time. Going to be swinging for the fences. It looks like Rendon is going to look over at second. They're going to call time here. Does Vasquez. And he's going to step back into the box. 0-1 to count with 2 down. The pitch from Rendon. Just outside. Ball 1. Swedish at second, Herrera at first. And Vasquez at the plate. That one up high. That'll be ball 2. 2-1 to count with 2 down. Rendon checking at 2. Gets the tag and the out. And a nice play made by Rendon on that throw. He gets out of a jam as they get the 3rd out. No runs across with a runner stranded at first. We head to the bottom of the 1st. Score 0-0. We'll be back after this.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hi, I'm Rollo Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Real Sports Live, bottom of the 1st. After Ruben Rendon made a throw over to second and the tag of the runner at second, who got caught trying to leading off a little too much toward third base, was the 3rd out. And so now the Badgers are at the plate. Marcos Hernandez will lead things off here for the Badgers. He shows bunt and pulls back. And the count 1-1. The pitch outside, ball 2. And on the mound is Josh Moreno. So he sends off another one. That one outside as well. That brings it up to 3-1. So the count 3-1 for Hernandez. And the pitch from Herrera as it's up high, and Hernandez will go ahead and take the walk over to first. So 5 pitches, and Hernandez goes over to first, and up comes DJ Reyna for the Badgers. Reyna had a single in the last game, as that one's hit and a ground ball throw over to first is out. So Reyna will be out, but Marcos Hernandez will advance over to second. So a good sacrifice made there. And so Hernandez now in scoring position. And that'll bring up Ty Odom. Odom fouls that one back. Ball one. Or strike one, sorry. Odom with a hit in game one. As that one's too high. And an argument could have been made there that that one was in the zone. But the umpire calling that same pitch in that previous half inning. So calling it pretty fairly as Odom pops that one up in the infield. Vasquez gets over there and makes the play. That will be out number 2. But that will bring up Taylor Crozier. Crozier with a hit and a run in game one. Crozier gave the Badgers a sign of life in game one after his base hit allowed him to get on base and eventually around and to across the plate. So looking to make some noise here. Foul tip there is a strike one. Next pitch is outside, unable to look, almost unable to locate it was Forrest Rumfield, but he got it. So Hernandez could have had a chance to take off, but ball was located in time. The 1-1. Outside again. Herrera struggling to get those pitches in a good spot. Two on the count. Hernandez teasing a run over to third. That one's inside, strike two. Two count, pitch is on the way, and that'll be a throw over to first. That's going to keep the runner safe at first, and Hernandez will get across the plate. A huge mistake. And it looks like they're going to sort it out here. Oh no, they're going to talk it over. Crozier will be safe at first after Vasquez was unable to come up with it. I think they're going to try and say that that one was interference. Not sure what they're going to do here, but the throw was made over to first and they lost it. That allowed the runner to score. And so Crozier safe at first. The run will count. That will go down as an error. And just like that, the Badgers are up 1-0. That one, a pitch right down the pipe, strike one. Crozier at first. As that one gets by Rumfield, and that will allow Crozier to get over to second. So Crozier heads to second as Noah Hasso is at the plate. The count 1-1 with 2 down here. The pitch, swing and a miss. And that is strike number 2. The 1-2 on the way. That one just outside, and Rumfield having trouble trying to locate that ball. It's the third time in this inning that he's had something near his feet that he's been unable to locate. Next pitch is outside. That brings the count full. So now the count is 3-2. Hasso at the plate. The throw. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. Hasso. And I apologize, it's Moreno getting the strikeout there. So with 3 down, the Badgers take the field, but they go with the lead. 1-0. We head to the top of the second after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And we welcome you back, top of the second inning. The Bulldogs heading up to the plate, now playing from behind as the Badgers were able to get a run across. Breaking ball is out of the zone for ball 1. Vasquez getting a clean count after the throw out at second by Rendon. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. The 1-1. Outside, ball 2. And so for Vasquez, again, he had 2 hits in game 1. One which scored 3 runs for the Bulldogs. So for him, right now, the only thing he's really got to worry about is getting on base and giving his team a chance. And he'll do that with ball 4 as he heads over to first. So Vasquez heads over to first. Mark Lopez at the plate, earning the win in the first game from on the mound. Lopez went down swinging twice in game one. So Rendon makes that the first pitch. That one will be ball one. A swing from Lopez as it goes right off the mound, and some miscommunication allowed that ball to get into the outfield. And so that will go down as a base hit for Lopez, who settles in at first base. So Vasquez at second after the walk. Lopez over at first, and that will bring up Zach Trevino. Trevino, the designated hitter. Went 0 for 3 in the first game. He's showing bunt. He'll pull back on a high pitch. That would be ball one. So 1 ball, no strikes with 2 runners on. They're going to check Vasquez over at second. They make the tag, but it's not in time. A smart play from Rendon and the Badgers. It seems the Bulldogs getting a little anxious with the leads they're taking. That one kissing the outside corner for strike one. The count, 1-1. The pitch from Rendon, he'll step off the mound. Rendon, the pitch. A rip over to third, and it gets past Buchanan as it heads into the outfield. A high throw, and Vasquez will cross the plate. Vasquez gets across the plate. That scores a run for the Bulldogs. So the game now tied 1-1. Lopez over at third. And Trevino over at second on the double. So now runners at second and third, and here comes Forrest Rumfield. Still no outs in the inning. First pitch from Rendon is swung on as it's fouled back toward the fence. So that'll be strike one for Rumfield. Rumfield with a hit on 3 at-bats in that first game. The pitch from Rendon. Outside as Steele tries to get on top of it. Brings the count to 1-1. And if you're Rendon, the only thing you can focus on right now is getting some outs to at least stop some of what's going on here, as that one's thrown outside for ball two. Rendon was able to get out of the jam in the previous inning, so we'll see what he can do. They're going to go ahead and check him at 2. The ball hitting the turf, so nothing there. A rip and a high fly ball that goes into shallow right. It's going to be caught, and the throw's going to be made home, and it gets there to steal. So a good play by the Badgers. So Manny Pina making good on what he was taught, catching that ball and sending it straight to home. Keeping all the runners there. That'll be the first out of the inning, though. So they hope to continue this. That first pitch is a strike from Rendon. At the plate is Kovi Cantu. The 0-1 to Cantu. Outside, ball one. So the count now 1-1. Rendon sending off the 1-1. Outside, ball two. The pitch. That one fouled off to the right. Stays in the infield. It's going to be caught by Crozier. That is out number 2. And that will bring out Josh Moreno. So the pitcher out here, top of the lineup for the Bulldogs. So a clean count with 2 down and 2 on. Rendon successful in making the last 2 batters fly out. We'll see what he does here. First pitch on the way, up high, ball 1. Next pitch on the way. As that one's popped up and actually gets through the netting somehow. It's almost made contact with somebody in the stands right behind the plate. A little scary there. Regardless, 1-1 with Moreno at the plate. Rendon will step off the mound as wipes a little bit of the sweat off his face. The pitch from Rendon in the turf. Ball 2. Two and 1 to count. 2 down and 2 on for the Bulldogs. The pitch from Rendon. Low. Ball 3. And so Moreno way ahead in the count now. He could take the walk and allow Swedish to hit from out of the right after him. And he'll go ahead and watch it go by as he heads over to first. And so now the bases are loaded. And that will bring up Swedish. And Swedish already has a hit. So now the bases are loaded, and Swedish could make the Badgers pay. They're going to have a meeting of the minds at the mound. And it looks like Coach Medina will head over to the mound as well. With that, we'll take a quick break. Bring you back after this.
By the concession stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the concession stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the concession stand.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Real Sports Live. The Badgers went ahead and grabbed a new pitcher and put him on the mound. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Marcos Hernandez was the relief pitcher in Game 1, and now he's back on the mound as he takes over for Rendon. That rip up to first, Crozier collects it, a toss over to Hernandez. That will be out number 3. Hernandez doing his job, getting the Badgers out of the bases loaded jam. But the Bulldogs do their damage as they get a runner across, and now the game is tied 1-1. We head to the bottom of the second with a tie ball game. We'll be back after this.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And we are back here on Real Sports Live, bottom of the second, as Brian Buchanan steps up to the plate for the Badgers. The Bulldogs able to get a run across in the previous half inning as Mason Vasquez gets across the plate. And so that next pitch is on the way. It's going to be outside for ball two. That will be in there for a strike. So after that pitch was a ball. The count now 3-1 for Buchanan as he steps back in. That pitch up high, and Buchanan will go ahead and, was going to say take his walk, but take his brisk sprint over up to first there. So Buchanan takes his spot at first, and that will bring up Ruben Rendon. So Rendon at the plate with Buchanan at first. The first pitch is off from Moreno as it's low for ball one. Next pitch on the way. That one is low, but in there for a strike. Rendon shows bunt. He pulls back as that one's low for ball two. Hard to see what the Badgers might want to do here, whether or not they just want to advance Buchanan over to second or keep both boys, hopefully get a chance to get both men on the bases. But the way Moreno's pitching, and Ruben Rendon is now ahead 3-1 in the count. So he could take a walk over to first. They're 3-1 on the way. He pulls back. That one's a strike. And a good call. And so now the count is 1-2. The pitch from Moreno. That's going to be low, and Rendon will go ahead and walk on over to first. So it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. And so as the new pitcher comes in to warm up, we'll go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Rollo Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable. For condo and beach house rentals, call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And so we return to the action with 2 runners on and a fresh pitcher on the mound as Nate Herrera takes over. Now Herrera is on the mound. First pitch in there, strike 1. Manny Pina is up at the plate here. With 2 runners on. He will show bunt. Tries to lay it down, but can't get a piece of it. Strike 2. So 0-2 the count. Rendon over at first. And I believe over at second is Brian Buchanan. Pena is going to go ahead and call time. As Herrera was taking a little too much time to get a pitch off or decide whether or not to make the throw over to second. Pena showing bunt again. The pitch. He'll swing at that one as it gets right past third base. And the runners will advance. And so now, off the base hit. The bases are loaded. And that will bring up Aiden Steele. Steele had a hit during game 1, but he didn't have that hit with runners in scoring position, so we'll see what he can do here if he can make something work. That first pitch is just a little too high for the umpire's liking. Strike 1, or ball 1. That's very close to being a strike. That pitch could have gone either way. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. He'll swing and a rip over to right field as it looks like it's going foul, but it's going to be caught. Vasquez makes the grab. And that'll be out number 1 as Steele goes and sits down, but now we're at the top of the lineup as Hernandez comes up to the plate. Hernandez walking. And it's first at bat. And a walk here would score a runner. Here comes Buchanan as he heads to the plate. He's safe. And so the Badgers take the lead off the pass ball. All runners advancing around the bases. So now runners at second and third. And Hernandez steps back up to the plate. The score 2-1 with the Badgers on top. That pitch high and just a bit too far inside. So 2 balls and no strikes. And there's only 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss from Hernandez. That'll be strike 1. That one low. Ball 3. Hernandez. 1 pitch away from taking his base for the second time today. Hernandez calling time. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So a full count now for Hernandez. 2 runners on, only 1 down. Herrera. The pitch. Swing and a rip past Vasquez as it gets into right field on the line drive. That will score 1, 2, and safe at second. Sliding is Marcos Hernandez. The Badgers take a 4-1 lead off the double from Marcos Hernandez, and giving himself a little bit of help too now that he's on the mound. So now the Badgers on top of the Bulldogs 4-1. Still only 1 down. And Hernandez now camped out at second. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 as DJ Reyna is at the plate. That one outside, ball 1. One and 1 the count. The pitch. Right down the pipe, strike 2. And that'll be strike 3. So now 2 down. As Ty Odom steps up into the box. And it looks like we're going to get an intentional walk here. As Odom heads over to first. And so that will bring up Taylor Crozier. Not sure what the decision making was on there. I guess we'll see if it plays out for the Bulldogs coach. Runners at first and at second. First pitch is a swinging strike for Crozier. Oh, 1 to count, 2 runners on. Herrera checking at second. Can almost guess Crozier was going to call time at some point. Too many looks over at second. The pitch, and it looks like both runners are going. Safe at third. Both base runners advanced on the throw to third, but both base runners are going to be safe. So Hernandez makes it over at third. Odom is over at second, and now Crozier with an 0-2 count. 2 down. The pitch. Breaking ball up high. Ball 1. And it looks like Rumfield is going to talk it over with Herrera. Let's see if we can check out that throw again. Let's see here. As the runners took off and the throw was made over to third. And he got there right on time. But the count 1-2 with 2 down. The pitch to Crozier. A high chopper over to third base. Throw over to first. In time for the out. So they'll get out number 3, but the damage was done. The Badgers now leading 4-1. We head to the third. We'll be back after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring you to the top of the third inning. Aaron Flores at the plate. And back on the mound is Ruben Rendon. So Rendon is back pitching in this one. As a hot shot was hit toward the third base line, that will be foul. So the count 2-1 here. So Rendon trying to settle back in as he gives up that base hit there to Flores. So now with a runner on first, Nate Herrera is at the plate. Throw over to first. Not in time. That'll be safe. As Flores starts inching closer over to second. The pitch from Rendon. That will be ball one. The 1-0, right down the pipe, strike one. Checking the runner over at first. That pitch high and inside, ball two. The pitch from Rendon. That one's going to pop up, and Rendon makes the grab on the shallow pop-up. Went right off the tape of the bat, it seemed. So that'll be out number one. That will keep the runner over at first, and that will bring up Mason Vasquez. Vasquez popping that one back. Foul. So strike one. The pitch, and the runner's going to go. That one's popped up into the air. Somebody's going to call it. It's going to be caught by Rendon, and they're going to tap first base for the double play. And so just like that, we have 3 outs here, and the top of the third will head to the bottom half of the inning. Badgers still leading 4-1. We'll be back after this.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
a sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the third inning. A double play on a pop-up ended the previous inning as the Badgers go up to bat now. The count 1-1 for the designated hitter, Noah Hasso. Nate Herrera on the mound as a rip is hit into center field and a base hit for Noah Hasso. So Hasso getting things started for the Badgers on the base hit as he heads over to first. And that will bring up Brian Buchanan. Buchanan showing bunt with no outs. Pitch is on the way. He's going to pull back. That will be ball one. Buchanan, check swing, strike. Brings up a 1-1 count. The throw over to second, not in time. So Hasso takes second. That one low to Buchanan. That brings the count to 2-2. The pitch. In there for a called strike three. Buchanan goes down looking. So that'll be out number one, and that will bring up Rendon. Rendon's going to call time. The pitch is that one's low and outside. Ball one. Herrera checking at second. The pitch and a swinging strike for Rendon. So the count 1-1 to Rendon. Herrera, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Or a foul tip, rather. Strike two. So the count 1-2 to Rendon. Herrera, breaking ball high. Ball two. So pocket twos to Rendon. With the runner at second. The pitch. A swing and Rendon pops it over the shortstop's head. And here comes the runner and the score. As Hasso crosses the plate. So that'll go down as a double for Rendon. And now the Badgers up 5-1. So it looks like we're making a little bit of a substitution here. As Bo Gonzalez will head over to second. So as he heads over to second, Manny Pina will step into the batter's box for the Badgers. Only one down here in the bottom of the third. The scoreboard right now looking per inning. So far, the Badgers have scored in every inning played. Check swing, strike one. That pitch outside the zone for a ball. The 1-1. Not on the way, but a toss and an out at second. And a nice tag made by Lopez. And a smart play made by Herrera. Made the throw to second, made the tag out. Did Lopez, and Bo Gonzalez goes back to the dugout. And so the count now 1-2. Pena makes contact, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 3. So good defense played there by the Bulldogs. They still give up a run to the Badgers. So we head to the fourth. The Badgers up 5-1. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable. For condo and beach house rentals, call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the fourth, as the Badgers get another run across in Noah Hasso. Thanks to the man on the mound in Ruben Rendon, as he managed to hit a double that scored the runner. Swing and a miss from Lopez. Strike one. Mark Lopez at the plate here. The pitch from Rendon. Outside. Tried to frame it and did a really good job of doing it. Did steal, but just a little too far outside. The pitch from Rendon. And Lopez is going to walk. And it looks like a meeting of the minds at the mound as they talk to Rendon. Try and make sure they have everything sorted out here. First pitch, and that one's fouled back. So Trevino down 0 for 1. Or 0-1 on the pitch count. Trevino hits a deep shot over to left field. It's going toward the warning track, but it's going to be caught. That will send Lopez back over to first. And Trevino really putting his stick behind that one, but not deep enough to get out of the field. That brings up out number 1. And so Forrest Rumfield now up to bat here with a runner at first. And Lopez, a swing and a chop over to third. They're going to say it was foul. That would have been out number 2 on the throw made over to second. That one's fouled back for strike 2. A swing and it goes right over Buchanan's head at third as they bring it in, and a base hit from Forrest Rumfield. Rumfield knew exactly where he wanted to go. He got that ball into play, and it bounced off the turf just high enough so that Brian Buchanan couldn't get to it. So that will put runners at first and at second with one down here. And it looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner here over at first base. But up to bat will be Kobe Cantu. Rendon, the pitch. Cantu pops it up in the infield. Hernandez loses it as it hits the turf. But infield fly rule. So the out, that will still count as an out. So that's 2 down without really having to do anything. Even with the ball hitting the turf. So 2 down with 2-1. And Josh Moreno up to bat. He'll swing at that one as it goes into center field, but it's going to be caught easily. And so, with 3 down, the Bulldogs strand 2 runners. So the score remains 5-1. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And we bring you back to the action, bottom of the fourth inning, as Aiden Steele steps up to the plate. That one fouled right back almost toward the camera here for strike one. So 0-1 to count. Nobody on and nobody out. The next pitch clips Steele. So he'll walk on over to first. He heads to first after being hit by the pitch there. And that will bring us to the top of the lineup with Marcos Hernandez. So Hernandez inside the batter's box. Herrera, the pitch, not going to count. As it looks like Hernandez called time. Steele threatening to go, but he went right back over to first. First pitch, a ball. So Steele continuing to threaten over there at first. The next pitch is a called strike. That brings the count to 1-1 with no outs and Steele over at first. Herrera. The pitch. Hernandez trying to make contact there and trying to lay down the bunt, but instead it will be a 1-2 count for the shortstop. The pitch as Steele takes off. He's going to go down swinging. But Steele heads over to second. So Steele will take second off the strikeout as Hernandez takes a seat. And that will bring up DJ Reyna. The pitch. Reyna watches it fly by for ball one. Swing and a miss. Or a foul tip, actually. Strike one. The pitch. That one way outside, ball two. A rip by Reyna as it heads into right center field. It's going to be caught. Steele threatening to tag up, but they're going to bring it in right on time. So that will be out number 2 on the pop out. But that will bring up Ty Odom. The pitch from Herrera, that one's high and inside, ball 1. As we get a courtesy runner up there at second. The pitch, and that one outside. Ball 2. And it looks like Odom is just going to take his base as they decide to intentionally walk him, and that will bring up Taylor Crozier. So now runners at first and at second for Taylor Crozier. Herrera sending off the first pitch. Crozier makes contact as it's a high chopper over to short. He's going to try and make a play, but nowhere to throw. And so that'll be a hit for Crozier, and that will load the bases. And the designated hitter, Noah Hasso, will step up to the plate. The pitch in there, strike 1. That went into the turf. Rumfield's able to get in front of it. Ball 1. And that one's in there for strike 2. Next pitch from Herrera is outside. Ball 2. So ball 3 brings up a full count. Bases loaded. 2 outs and a full count. And the pitch. And a rip from Hasso as it goes into the gap in left center. And the runners will keep going. All 3 base runners will score. And Hasso takes his place over at second. Badgers now ahead 8-1. Off the double from Hasso. Let's check that out again. As all three runners made their way home. And it looks like we'll get a pitching change. So we'll be back after this. Badgers up 8-1.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And so welcome back to the action here. It seems we have a pitching change on the mound, as Nathan Martinez is set to pitch here. That one outside for ball 2. Brian Buchanan at the plate with a runner at second. As he checks that one, but that will be a strike. Hasso at second. Buchanan, a base hit as Hasso goes around third. He'll head home, and he's there easily as Buchanan takes his place over at second. So the Badgers now up 9-1. 2 outs in the inning, but thus continues their streak of at least 1 run per inning. But the Badgers have put 4 on the board in this one. And it seems there's a chance for that to continue with Buchanan over at second. Rendon watching that first pitch go by. Ball 1. So far for Ruben, he's got an RBI, a walk, 1 hit with 1 run. So pretty busy day for him already. That one's low. Like Buchanan was thinking about it, but decided not to go anywhere. The pitch. Rendon fouling that one off over to the right. It goes out of play for strike 1. The pitch. And Rendon hits that one into shallow center, and it's going to get down for a base hit. A play at the plate as Buchanan gets across. And they're going to say that they're going to tag out Rendon as he tries to get over to second. But the runner scores regardless, so Buchanan gets across. The Badgers get 5 runs across. And so we head to the 5th with the score 10-1. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Rolo Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable. For condo and beach house rentals, call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And welcome back to Real Sports Live, top of the 5th inning. Rendon back on the mound, and up at the plate is Aaron Swedish as he hits a base hit over to right field. So Swedish heads over to first. As Aaron Flores is at the plate. The pitch from Rendon, fouled back. So the count 0-1 with no outs here and a runner at first. Rendon sending the 0-1. Just missing the strike zone. That one foul ball for strike 2. One and 2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on Flores as he goes down swinging. That'll be out number 1. So Nate Herrera at the plate. First pitch is in the turf. Ball 1. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, if this game continues to go on the path that it does, we will be bringing you Game 3 on a different stream right after this. It will be the same broadcast team off that base hit for Herrera. No matter how the rest of this game shapes up. So don't forget, let everybody know where you're watching this matchup, as Mason Vasquez is up to bat. 2 runners on. First pitch from Rendon. He'll make contact as it goes up. It's going to be tapping the bag. Throw to first. In time. Double play off of Marcos Hernandez. And that will put the runners away. One is stranded. But we head to the bottom of the 5th. Thanks to Marcos Hernandez's double play. Let's check it out one more time. As he picks it up, taps the bag at second, and makes the throw over to first. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back after this.
See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
And welcome back to the action. Apologize for missing that first play, as we are in the bottom of the 5th inning here. A throw made to first base for out number 1. That will bring up Aiden Steele for the Badgers. And that first pitch, a little too high for the umpire's liking. Ball 1. Now and hit over and fouled and back over to the right side. Strike 1. And the the fans a little waking back up a little bit after that ball was hit. So good on them for being back in here. That last pitch was a ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike for Aiden Steele. The pitch, he'll hit that one right up to Lopez, who collects it after bobbling it. Not in time. Safe at first is Aiden Steele. So Steele over at first is probably going to get a courtesy runner. So Steele will come out. As they bring in a base runner. Or the courtesy runner, rather. In Manny Pelagio. So first pitch was a ball from Martinez. So he sends off another. Hernandez with a rip as it gets right past the infield. And so that will go down as a base hit. So now runners at first and second, and here comes DJ Reyna. And the Badgers essentially running up the score here. If they can get more runners across. The pitch outside, ball 1. And only 1 down so far here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Martinez, and Reyna will check it, but it's in there. Strike one. Reyna with a base hit as that one gets past the infield. And that will load the bases for the Badgers. And I feel like I've said that a handful of times already. And so now that will bring up Ty Odom, who has been intentionally walked twice already in this game. Not sure whether or not they're going to choose to just let him walk again, or he's going to get a chance to hit here. The pitch to Odom, that's going to be in there for a called strike. The pitch, Odom making contact and just missing it. Fouling that one off for strike two. The pitch, Odom fouling that one back. The 0-2 hits the turf. That'll be ball one. The pitch, that one stopped by Forrest Rumfield for ball two. Hit him right in the knee plates. The pitch and a rip from Odom as it goes into right field. Gets right past the right fielder, and in comes the runners. But it doesn't matter. That will end game two as the Badgers take the win in run rule fashion, 11-1 over the Banquete Bulldogs, and that will force game number three. With that, we will go ahead and end the stream here. We will see you in 30 minutes for the start of game three. So for everybody tuning in, again, stick with us here on Real Sports Live. Look for the stream right after we go off the air. In about 30 minutes, it will be back up with a new title with game three. So make sure you keep it locked into Real Sports Live so we can get that matchup after this. Stay tuned and be ready. We'll be back for the decisive game three. I'm Frank Cardenas for Real Sports Live. See you then.